Hello, friends, welcome back. Today we're talking about a problem that is fictional, a problem that we all create in our head. Yeah, we're talking about overthinking. Overthinking is when we think a lot, and that leads to us creating possibilities and ends of problems that we don't know if, like, whether or not they're gonna happen. This is because our mind doesn't like the fear, like it fears uncertainty and it does not like uncertainty. It likes to be in charge of everything, like, I need to have it all planned out. Like, my mind should know when what is gonna happen. And when that's not there, it kind of panics. And that's why it starts overthinking, because it doesn't know the end. And it needs to know the end. And that's what leads to many panic attacks sometimes. And all those midnight stay ups because of overthinking and bawling in the pillow. Yikes. So that's why I have three tips for you to handle it better. Tip number one, stay in the present. Now, let me tell you a small story about Zoe and Mina. So, Zoe, she wanted to go and live in a grassland when she grew up. Now, they're both in, like, they're 17 and they're talking about after retirement, okay? So, after retirement, Zoe wanted to go to a grassland and just hang out over there alone in the hills with a book to read in the evenings with the calm wind. Oh, she loved it. And Meena, on the other hand, wanted to be next to nature, be more connected with the animals. So she wanted to rear cattle or like become a shepherd after retirement. Now they get into a fight, and they get into a fight because Meena told Zoe that after they retire, she's gonna ensure her cattle rear on Zoe's grassland. And they both start fighting so much. And then that leads to the end in their friendship. Yeah. When none of it was real. Like they were talking about the future, but they got so lost in the future that they fought in the present. And that's why it is better to stay in the present because your brain is not that smart to differentiate between the future and the present. So you need to keep bringing it back to the present and telling it to live in the moment because that's the fun of living. Now, tip number two. Tip number two is to journal, write, or do anything to express your feelings and your thoughts somewhere else from your brain. Like, your brain already has so much, and the more you clutter inside it, the more it will start getting like a little filled up. And when it gets filled up, it needs something to vent. Now, when you vent every day, it stays clear and then it's easy to process. So that's why either you can journal or you can paint or do anything that you can express whatever is inside this in something else. Like you can talk to someone or you can just write down your thoughts or paint them out. You can do anything. You can be as creative as you want. But like just ensure that whatever is in here is not in here when you're going asleep. It's just put down, noted down, or drawn someone somewhere else. Okay, now tip number three. Now, whenever you're overthinking and you really want to stop overthinking, this is something that I learned and it really, really helps. So, whenever you're overthinking a lot, just look at this one point and just stare there. Like, don't move your eyeballs a lot. When your eyeballs are fixated, your brain kind of calms down and it stops thinking because it needs eyeball movement to keep recalling and thinking. So that's why it really helps when you're just looking at one point. And then that's how you can like calm your thoughts down and then you can stop overthinking. And once your thoughts are calmed down, now you can take a pen and paper and sit and write down what the problem was. Now, once it's written down, write down possible solutions for it. Because look, now in that brain, a solution comes and it goes. It comes and it goes. Now, you don't have it anywhere to store. because your brain was thinking so fast. Now, once it's calmed down, you write the problem down and you write possible solutions. That way, you have the solutions and you won't even panic thinking of the problem again and again because you're thinking of the solutions, not the problem. So, yeah, that's how you can prevent and control your overthinking. So, remember, stay in the present and not in the future or the past. That's tip number one. Tip number two, always dump whatever is in here somewhere else, either a sheet of paper or a drawing or a painting, somewhere else before you sleep. Okay, it really helps in not overthinking. And tip number three, whenever you're overthinking, just fixate your eyeballs to one spot and just keep looking over there until you can feel those thoughts calming down. And once they're calmed down, write down your problem and possible solutions for it. So remember these three tips to control your overthinking. See you next time.